What's going on, everybody? Just wanted to make this quick video to bring up a topic that I think is absolutely crucial in terms of your development as a human being, and that can really help lock in some major changes you might be trying that you've been struggling with, and kind of help you understand the mindset shift necessary in order to become the person you want to be. So, the main takeaway here, again, it does come down to beliefs. So, everyone talks about beliefs. Everyone talks about how you need to, see it to believe it. You need to really think that you can do something before you'll ever get it, and then from there, when your mindset changes, your results will change. So obviously that's easy to understand logically, but it's like, how does, you ask yourself, how does this actually work in reality, and what does that change feel like? And lately I've kind of noticed some deep inner changes that's been happening with me through the work I've been doing, and I'm just going to discuss how that actually feels psychologically, and what's happening up here that's making it so that I can now act differently in many different ways, and just be more the person I would like to be, right? So, with beliefs and with, subconscious fundamental ideas about the world and about yourself, it's the kind of thing that you can, through repetitive thought and through emotional kind of anchoring and just deeply understanding it, deeply trying to believe it as a person, it's crazy how you will then approach situations differently, and you will naturally start just having minor actions differently as well. Because, as something that I always believe, it really comes down to momentum and just getting yourself to a place where you can consistently act in the right way. And then with that, it's crazy how your results can keep going like this and this and this until it's really a J curve. And the next thing you know, you're a completely different person because you've just taught yourself to be that way, and you've developed yourself to be that way. So with beliefs, if let's say you have a belief that, or you want to have a belief that you're just a more confident person, you're just more charismatic, you're just able to relate with people, and you're able to just make friends easily, whatever it may be, through consistent reinforcement. It's the kind of thing that initially, of course, it doesn't really work. A lot of things don't work in the beginning, but once it starts to lock in and you start to really, like, just, it's such a weird feeling, but like, you really start to view yourself as that because you force yourself to kind of go down that road and you've done it so many times. It's like your brain gets out of your way, right? Because the only difference and the only block from who you are right now and who you really want to be up here is those subconscious limiting beliefs, subconscious blocks. And those were put in place through your experiences in life, through your childhood, through whatever had happened to you, happened throughout your life that made you think that you are this type of way. But once you're able to work around that through consistent reinforcement, consistent kind of acts of acting in a different way, of exhibiting different behaviors, your brain is going to start doing it naturally. The same way you naturally, let's say you're a shy person, the same way you're naturally always shy is now how you're just naturally always going to be confident. Because your baseline behaviors comes down to your baseline beliefs, and you can't escape this. This is the main thing. You got to realize that everyone acts this way. Everyone has their baseline behaviors. If you see somebody who's just always confident, always the man, always just holds it down the right way, that's their subconscious beliefs. Whether or not they understand that this is happening or they don't, this is what's happening mentally. And opposite too, like, if you know somebody, or you're always somebody who is not confident, who is not able to be how you want to be, your baseline beliefs are wrong, or just not as good as they can be. It's a cause and effect relationship. What's going on in here will exhibit itself in the real life, in the real world. You can't escape it. This is the one thing you got to realize. Like, as a human being, you're a robot, you're a machine that's built to act out the program, let's call it the program, as if you're a computer that is programmed in your head. That's why it's so easy to eat junk food all the time, to be addicted to all the stimulus and dopamine that we have in today's society. But through programming, by being consciously aware and by reinforcing the right habits and the right beliefs and the right thoughts, you can then reprogram how you want to be, and then reprogram who you will become and the actions you take. And then the same way, the same ease that you have to actually go out and, let's say, not be confident, not do the things you want to do, not be consistent with your goals, that same ease will then be pushed over to the other side of the spectrum, where you can now easily, confidently, smoothly be the best version of you without thinking about it, because your brain has now adapted to that way of being. Your brain's a lazy machine. You have to force it until it accepts what you've reinforced into it, and then it will just naturally do what you tell it to do. Understand that you are not your brain. You are in control of your brain though, but your brain is going to throw you in different directions until you tell it what to do by reinforcing it. Once you do that, you'll be set. You're going to hold it down, and you'll be able to have some crazy results very soon and very, very easily once you learn how to get it done. Make it happen.